Today I'm going to show you how you can leverage AI to produce over 100 static ads in just 15 to 20 minutes of your time, and you can not only use them to scale your ad account, you can also use this as part of a bigger strategy that we call the RVI Approach that is currently generating millions of dollars in sales every single month for our clients. And I would just say we get right started. I'm going to break down the entire workflow for you today, share the exact prompts you need to use, and then also the tools that you can leverage to make this really effective for you. By the way, my name is Pascal, and I'm the founder of the Arbitrage Agency. We are a small boutique creative agency that's working with some of the coolest brands in the space right now, like AG1, Hume Health, Shocks, Jones Road Beauty, and many others. And on this channel, I'm really just trying to break down case studies, workflows, strategies, anything that really makes us or our clients a lot of money right now, so you can use them, copy paste them for your business, and then leverage them to make a lot more money too. And with that being said, I would say we really get into it because we have a lot to cover today, and we will start off with understanding the workflow first of all. So we pretty much have 4 phases right here to make this work. We have a research component, an ad build prep, execution, and then the next steps to scale this, because you can really use the system to find static ads that will win for you, that will have a high ROAS, that you can actually scale. But you can also use this as part of a much bigger strategy that we call the RVI approach. And the RVI approach is pretty much a static to video testing strategy that allows you to find winning ads much faster. The way it works is like this. It's 3 phases. First of all, you're gonna do a lot of static ads, like 30, 50, 100 static ads, and each static ad represents a different angle, right? An angle could be a pain point, a benefit, any way to sell your product really. And then you just take this big static set and you put it in the ad account. Because what you're technically doing is that you're just going to the market, you show all of these different ideas that you have, and you ask it, hey market, which of these ideas resonate with you the most right now? And then you get the data back and you can then turn this into video ads, right? Like you can turn this into UGC ads, AI ads, whatever. And you can try to validate these angles. Now, once they scale, that's pretty cool because you found a new winning ad that you can scale. But more importantly, you have now the foundation to turn this into many more winning ads with horizontal scale, right? So you're going to do iterations of this winning ad with different creators, hooks, rewrites of the script, and all of that sort. But there's really also a video on this channel that's called like how to find winning ads fast that will break down the exact RVI approach phase for phase, so you can use this system as part of it and then use the entire system for your business to find winning ads fast, find more of them, and really scale more effectively. But with that being said, let's get back to this. Let's get back to this rapid static testing component and how you can use this AI-powered system to put out 100 statics in just 15 to 20 minutes of your time. So first of all, we need to do research. And we like to do manual research. To be honest, the way we use AI at the agency is that we say we have very talented people. We try to hire the most talented people from the coolest DR brands and the best agencies, and then we just give them the tools so they can maximize their output or improve their quality. But a lot of our research part is actually still manual. We just use AI to supplement us a little bit. But in this specific scenario, I'm just going to show you a prompt that you can just literally copy paste into your ChatGPT so you can get started right away. I'm going to link this doc right below this video so you can just go there. There's no need for a login or an email or anything. And you can just really copy paste these prompts out. I do have to give credit to Stefan Georgi for the first prompt because this is based off one of his prompts that he once gave out or once used. And you can use this as a foundation. I tweaked it a little bit so it makes more sense for this process that we are using. You're getting more quotes right here from actual people, from like Reddit and all of that stuff. And you can then also use them to just plug it into the entire headline creation, which makes it much more efficient for you. So the first step you're going to take is really right here doing the research in the research phase. What you're going to do is that you open up a completely new ChatGPT window and you will use this prompt right here, paste your prompt right here. And there are only a few little things that you need to tweak. Today we're taking a look at Jones Road Beauty as an example because they're also like one of our clients. And we use this exact RVI approach to help them find more winning ads. Here we have the rapid static test that we did for them. This is more manual. We did like more manual research and more manual ad creation to have multiple different designs. But at the same time, you can use the system to do the exact same thing for your brand and just let AI help you during this process as you figure all of this out. And of course, it makes it much more efficient for you. So first of all, when you're going to paste this prompt in right here, you need to tweak the brand name. So I'm just going to put this in right here. Adjust the product. You can also put in a product link to this with the product page, or you can even like create a PDF of the product page, put in some more reviews that you have and anything like that. So you help ChatGPT do the research more thoroughly. Now then you put in the audience. You can say like, we can say whatever. And I will like change the details here and there a little bit so it's not too obvious. And of course we don't give anything away right here from a brand that we're working with. So I'm just going to put in women over 40. Again, like you can adjust and add different things like reviews, product pages as a PDF and anything like that. But pretty much the only last thing you need to do is that you go to tools and then you click on deep research and then you can just send it off. And once you send it off, it will put out something like this right here. First of all, it will ask you some questions, just answer them, very common sense. And then it will put out this entire research and you see like it will research for a little bit, a few minutes, but it puts out like great stuff. All with these little quotes. And that's actually a tweak that we did onto this prompt. So you get more prompts from actual forums like Reddit, Quora, many other open blogs and stuff like that, because then we can understand and ChatGPT, more importantly, can understand how these people talk. And that's very important. So you will get all of this research. I would just recommend that you take this and put it in a Google Doc, because then we can move into the second phase of the research phase right here. Second step right here. And that is then the rapid static test headline creation. Next, you're going back to the prompt document right here that I prepared for you, and you will just click on the Custom GPT link, because that will take you to a custom ChatGPT GPT that I built for you, where you can just put in your research, and then it will spit out like 100 different headlines that you can then use for the production of these statics. So if you click on it, it will get you to this page right here, and you can then just click this button in the top, which is a conversation starter, which will then ask you to do certain things. So I click on it, it will then internalize this entire SOP, and then it will ask you for the research and the product and the brand that you're working on today. So you need to fill in some basic information. First of all, I'm going to go back and I will upload the document that we received from Deep Research right here. And then I'm just going to add this very simple information right here in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 or so. So product and brand name, just going to do it like this. Then what the product does or the core benefit. And I will just literally tell it to take a look at the research, to be honest. Look at research and PDP. And then you can even like attach the PDP of the product. So you can just go right here and grab the PDP of this thing and put it back into ChatGPT. Now then, target audience, I'm just going to go for women over 40. The key ingredients, of course, I will tell it, look at the research. And then see attached. Actually, I will just change all of these to look at the research that's attached, because then it knows exactly what it needs to do. And with that being said, I actually already put the product page right here, but I will just add this again. And I'm just going to send off. And then it will just put out like 100 different headlines. And then I will meet you on the other side, so to tell you what you can do with them. And now in the meantime, what I'm going to do is that I'm setting up this Google Sheet right here, where we will put all of the headlines, and we will then later use a plugin and Figma to automatically pull these headlines into the static designs with just one click. And all you then have to do is to export them, which is super awesome. So the only field you need to modify is the cell A1, because you just need to put in like headline. And now that I'm going back to ChatGPT, we should already have all of these different headlines, and you see them all right here, right? Which is pretty cool. They're split up across like 4 different categories. All you have to do is that you just copy them out. And based on this RST, we're testing many different angles. And because it's 100, you can make sure that you have a wide variety of all of these things. And just to clean it up a little bit, I'm going to delete a few of these rows. And now we literally have, in a matter of like a few minutes, 100 headlines in this Google Sheet that we can now use and prepare the next steps for this execution step. So I'm going to go back to the workflow. And now we are in the phase of the add build prep. So we need to prep a few things right here. And we already just went ahead to do this little thing, organizing the headlines in a Google Sheet. Now, in the next step, we need to prepare the static ads that we're going to use for all of these headlines and then ultimately for the static ad test, right? So if you go back to the prompt document right here, you will see we have an actual prompt that allows you to just take a design that you like, combine it with your brand guidelines, and then ChatGPT will spit out an inspired static ad by that things that you just put in. It's really like magic, to be honest, and especially if you don't know design, well, this pretty much solves that for you. And this is a super cool prompt that I'm just going to share with you. And what you will do is that you will just go back to ChatGPT, you will put it in here, and then you will upload 3 different things. First of all, you need to find an inspiration ad, right? You can very easily just go to the ad library of Facebook and then just type in like some competitors or brands that you really look up to. And then you can just download one of their static ads that you like from the layout and how they position things. And then you're going to put it into ChatGPT. I'm just going to use one of our old HE1 ads that we did for them. And then the next thing you need to upload is a product image, right? I uploaded 2 right here, so you have different dimensions. And the last thing you need to upload is the brand guidelines. So I just uploaded the brand guidelines, a static inspo ad, these product images, and then put in the prompt. And as you will see right here, it will just go through all of this, analyze it. And then lastly, it will actually put out this entire static ad for you. And I think this is actually pretty sweet. Like you can use this with people, you can use this with other different things. But with that, I mean, that's pretty cool because you can just now download that, prepare it or like just store it and then later upload it in Figma. And we're going to put an overlay right here over this headline and just put our own headline in our own fonts. But you can use all of this rest, like this entire nice setting and layout of this image. This might not be too impressive, so if you need some people in your ads or like people holding your product, I have a second prompt for you. And this prompt actually blew me away a little bit too, because this is super realistic in my opinion. If you go back to ChatGPT, you can now use this prompt, put it in here, and the only thing you really need is pretty much this prompt and some product images as well. And then it will just put out these hyper realistic photos of just people holding the product, which in my opinion are pretty good. And you can just use them, for example, to add a little gradient or brand them a little bit, put it in like a split screen or so, and then just put the text and copy somewhere else in your static design. So these are 2 ways to create static ads. I would recommend that you try both of them, or you just design the static ad from scratch, which is of course also possible. So now that we have a layout for our static ad, let's move on to the next step. And this is then really preparing the template in Figma. We're going to use Figma today because Figma has a very cool plugin that syncs with Google Sheets and automatically pulls in all of the headlines. And I'm not a Figma pro whatsoever, but I still managed to do this, so I'm sure you can do it too. And what you will just do is that you go to Figma and you will just set up a new frame. I'm just going to rebuild a simple design with you that we're going to use today. You can just open up like a new design file, click on this little frame, open it up. I'm going to give it the dimensions of like 1080 times 1080. And then all you have to do is just literally to drag in this little layout that ChatGPT created for you. You size it up, very easy. And because we're not going to use the headline that's on the image right here, you can just click on this rectangle right here, pull it up, and give it the same exact color that the background is using. So you can easily put over like some text. And now this text is right here. You can call this headline or whatever. It doesn't really matter. I like to make it a little bit bigger, centric. So like 1 or 2 lines have an area to be in. And then the last very important thing you need to do is that you need to actually call this hashtag headline. Because if you call this hashtag headline, then the system will know to pull in the headlines from the Google Sheet into this headline right here. Now, this is one way to do it. I just literally prepared something for you right here. It's a very simple thing to show you how easy it is to produce some of these static ads. All this really is that we just have the product image. I stretch it out, put in the headline right here, a little ellipse in the bottom that shows like new. And with all of that, the static ad can be done because it's really about the messaging, right? You really want to test the messagings, and that's why we're doing and testing 100 different headlines. So again, make sure that your headline actually has the categorization hashtag headline. And now that you're happy with your static layout, the only last preparation step is to copy this out 100 different times. And I'm sure there's like a shortcut to just put this out like 100 times, but actually I don't know it. So we will just copy paste the shit out of this. So now we've prepared over 100 different shells that we can now use to put in our headlines and then ultimately export 100 different static ads. So here's what you're going to do. Press Command and A to select all of the different shells. Then click Actions right here in the bottom and then search for a plugin that's called Google Sheets Sync. Click on it. And now the last thing we need to do is that we just go back to the Google Sheets right here and create a shareable link. Now this is very, very important that this is a shareable link, otherwise this will not work. So you need to make sure that everybody has access to this with at least view access. Copy the link, go back to Figma, and then just paste it in here. Click Fetch and Sync, and you will see the magic happening right before your eyes. And now just like this, we prepared 100 different statics with 100 different headlines. And if you want to tweak some things, you just like select all of them. You can adjust the colors, you can adjust the headline font and all of that. But yeah, I think that's pretty cool. Look at this. We have now over 100 different statics that we can now test very easily in our ad account. And we will then see which of these messagings resonate the most with our customers. And we will even find winning ads, which I'm pretty sure we will. So now to get your 100 ads, you just have to press again Command A, select all of them, and then just click Export 100 layers. And once you click that, it will just download as a zip file, unzip it, upload it to your ads manager, and you will have 100 ads ready in your ads manager to run and test. So now this is exactly what we did. We synced the headlines, we got all of it ready, we exported them. Now we uploaded them to the ad account, and here's just a recommended testing setup that you can use. Depending on how many you do, you can do up to 10 ads in one single ABO ad set. In general, I would recommend an ABO campaign where you test up to 10 ads in one ad set and just group them together so they have like similar angles, for example. Just let them run for 4 to 7 days on a daily budget, which is 2 to 5 times the CPA. I actually also just posted a video breaking down our exact testing strategy that you can use in this exact scenario to test all of these different headlines. Very easy, very budget efficient, and after just 4 to 7 days, you will know exactly which of these messagings are winning, and you will be able to keep the winning ads live and scale them, right? Now, after testing all of these different statics, here are the next steps to scale this really to serious levels. And you will start off with just documenting the learnings and the winners, right? So you can just take a look at all of these different statics, keep the winning ones live, and make sure you take down and take a note which of these static ads actually are winning, and then try to understand and analyze the angles that they fall within, right? Is it, for example, a specific pain point, a benefit, any way that really sells the product effectively right here? This angle, you want to take note of it, and then you want to understand it and understand why it's working. So you do research again. Then after that, you want to do two things. You want to move into static iterations and video iterations. Let's talk about static iterations first. So what I would recommend is that you go back to ChatGPT and you just tell it, hey, this is my winning headline. Understand this angle and give me like 20 or even 30 or 50 more new headlines. And you can then actually repeat this exact process within this new angle that you just found winning to help you find more winning ads within this winning angle. And this is exactly where horizontal scale comes into play, right? You have one winning ad, and now you try to stay within this winning angle, which is the big marketing message that the winning ad is in. And now you just try to find more winning ads with more iterations, more variations. So just repeat the process that we just went through today, and you will be able to test new static ads, new static designs, and more new headlines in angles that are working. At the same time, you should kick off video creation, because now that you know what kind of angles resonate with your audience, you want to create direct response video ads that are actually more scalable than static ads in most cases. So you can turn the winning angles into AI UGC or just regular UGC videos, and then you test them, and then you repeat the same process. You document the winners, and you will create more of the winning stuff. So you're gonna create iterations of the winning video ads, right? You give it to different creators, you do 20, 30, 50 new hooks. And by the way, you can also use the hook, put it into ChatGPT, and then just ask it to write many different hooks for you that you can then test, right? Or just come up with them. It's not too hard. So you're gonna do like different creators, different hooks, rewrite it in different ways based on the analytics you read from the videos. And that will also help you to turn one winning video ad into more and multiple winning video ads. And this is then really when you get to serious scale. And then you've really completed this entire process successfully. I really hope this was valuable. This is pretty much the entire process that you can use to find winning static ads, but also use it as part of this bigger RVI approach for your business to find winning ads quickly, crack them fast, and just scale. And with that, we're coming to an end of this video. I hope you found this valuable. If you have any questions about any part of this process, just put it down below in the comments. We'll really appreciate a like or a sub if you found it valuable. And with that being said, hope to see you scaling soon. If you have any questions, let me know, and otherwise I'm going to catch you in the next video.